Hi, my name is Sarah, and I'm one of the co-founders of Propel. Together with Helen, I want to tell you a little bit more about how Propel came to life. A couple of years ago, right after my master's, I knew I wanted to go into international cooperation because today's challenges require multilateral cooperation. And so I started working in and around NGOs and development agencies, and right in the beginning, I was part of a 5-year project that was ending its current phase and preparing for a next phase. And so planning was underway, the Inception mission had started, but no one thought to document the lessons and learnings from the last 5 years. And I remember thinking and being shocked that, are we really starting this new phase from scratch?
And that gap creates so much unnecessary work. In more than a decade in the development and humanitarian sector, I've spent endless hours collecting data for reports and proposals. But the knowledge that actually matters, the nuanced stories behind the numbers, oftentimes stay in the people's head. If you didn't hear it, you don't know it. And when someone lived, it became impossible to learn from the most crucial lessons of the organization. You end up reconstructing history instead of learning from it.
Exactly. And the more I dug in, the more I realized that this wasn't an exception, it was actually the norm in the sector. So this project had not only missed the last 5 years of learning, but actually the last 20. And the more we read and spoke to people, the clearer it was that this was a systemic issue in the sector as a whole. Projects aren't documenting their lessons, knowledge is getting lost, and the cost is huge. Think about the billions spent and the time wasted reinventing the wheel again and again. And so for me, exactly that frustration became the motivation to think about a solution. To start thinking about something that makes knowledge accessible, organized, linked, and usable when and where it is needed. So through many conversations that we had and testing this in real programs, Propel was born.
The organization we work with now want to actually learn from their experience, but the tools and processes just don't support it. They started using Propel because it structures how knowledge is captured, linked, and shared. Suddenly, lessons become visible. You can identify patterns, understand what's working and what isn't, and use that insight to strengthen the work.
It wasn't about building just another information storage system. It was about guiding learning as an ongoing practice, connected to real-time implementation, grounded in reflection, and really linked to how organizations think, decide, and adapt.
And through the development process, division expanded. Learning needs to be continuous, not retrospective. Knowledge has to outlive project cycles. Technology can support organizational learning without replacing human judgment or interaction. Insights should become shared memory, not siloed folders or forgotten documents. We see Propel as part of the infrastructure the sector needs, using technology to build collective intelligence and turn experience into evidence for decision-making. A place where teams reflect, track evolving insights, and connect knowledge across the countries, partners, and years of work.
We want knowledge to be treated as a core resource of humanitarian and development impact. We think that we shouldn't rely on best guesses and assumptions to tackle the world's biggest crises, but actually we should use the knowledge that's already out there. We just have to link it much better. So if you want to know more about Propel, you want to try it or support our mission, please reach out to us. We are always happy to talk about this more. And we actually have an end of year offer running right now for anyone who wants to explore and strengthen collective intelligence for their own work. So please have a look and reach out to us anytime.